everyone. Today I am going to discuss a very important topic of knowledge and curriculum, that is culture and knowledge. First of all, we talk about culture. What is culture? The word culture derived from Latin word cultura, which means to cultivate. This means that culture is to be cultivated. It can grow itself. Culture includes all that man acquired in mental and intellectual sphere of his personal and social life. It is best expressed as social heritage. Culture includes all that man acquires in his life. In simple words, we can say that culture of a society is the way of life of a society. Culture is complex whole which includes knowledge, customs, morals, values of a person acquired by a society as a member of society. It is a complex whole which includes all the things what a person do, what a person have, what a person think as a member of a society. So, it includes knowledge, beliefs, art, moral, customs, literature and religion. Next, there are two types of culture. First is material culture and second is non-material culture. Material culture includes all those things which are made by human. All things which are created by human for his comfort and welfare are included in material culture. It includes all machinery, home, gadgets, means of communication, transport. All things which are created by man are included in material culture. Second is non-material culture. So what is non-material culture? All things which help in modifying the behavior of a person are included in non-material culture. These things are morals, values, beliefs, art, music, religion. All these are included in non-material culture. Now we discuss the characteristics of culture. First characteristic is acquired traits. Culture is sum total of acquired traits. When a newly born baby takes birth, he do not know about any custom, religions, values of society. As he develops, as he grows on, he know about the culture of society. He acquires the traits like attitude, beliefs, behavior, ideals. So, culture is acquired by society as development takes place as we develop. Next is distinct entity. Every culture has a distinct entity. There are many cultures in the world and every culture is different from one another. How? There is a difference between every culture because every culture is a unique identity, unique qualification, unique pattern of life, pattern of festivals, pattern of thinking. So there is difference between all cultures in the world which make them stabilize a unique entity in the world. Next is integrative quality. Integrative quality of a culture means it integrated all the parts of culture. A culture has many parts and it integrated all parts of it. Many cultures in the world are very open for external changes. It adopts any external changes in the world, but nevertheless, it may be integrate all the external part of culture. So we can see integrity in every culture in the world. Next is dynamism. Culture is dynamic, not static. It keeps on changing, it develops, grows. As we know that there is a fast change in the means of communication, means of transport. So with these changes, we come to interact with external cultures. So we adopt something from other cultures. So in this way, our culture keeps on changing because we adopt other cultures also. Next, what is the relationship between culture and knowledge? How culture and knowledge are interrelated? We see that there is great affinity. Culture is great affinity with knowledge. And how? Because culture directly influences the knowledge pattern of a society. It means educational pattern of a society. Culture conditions the educational pattern of a society. For example, we take that if culture of a society is materialistic, then the educational pattern of that society will aim at attaining the materialistic values. And on the other hand, if the culture of a society is spiritual, then the aims of education of the society will to attain the spiritual values. So we see that how the culture of a society helps in improving the educational pattern. How education are influenced by culture of a society. We see this by these points. First is aims of education. Culture and aims of education are directly connected. As is the culture of a society, so shall be the educational aims of that society. If the culture of a society is democratic and socialization, then the educational aims of that society will to attain democratic values and social values. So the aims of education will to prepare students for democratic competition and socialization. Next is culture and school. As we know that school is miniature of any culture, any society. So all programs which are done in school are directly connected with culture. As is the culture of that society, so shall be the educational programs and all programs in the school. Culture and discipline. Culture is also connected with discipline, concept of discipline. As in ancient and middle time, discipline was so hard. So in that time, the students very much at the very high level respect their teachers. But in modern time, there is no respect for teachers. The discipline is come to the concept of self-discipline. Next is culture and methods of teaching. There is direct link between culture and methods of teaching. How the culture and method of teaching are related? For example, we can say that in today's time, total educational pattern is around the child. All education is child-centered. So, methods of teaching and culture are directly related. Next, influence of knowledge on culture. How knowledge influences culture? First point is helping the development of personality. School helps the child in development of his personality. The total aim of a school is to develop the overall personality of a child. For this purpose, it employs the diverse phases such as thinking, values, norms, and models of culture. Transmission of culture. School helps in transmission of culture. It transmits culture from one generation to other, one people to other. Next point is development of culture. We know that culture is not static, it is dynamic, it keeps on changing and develop. So, school also helps in development of culture. How school helps in development of culture? We know that there were many evils in Indian culture also. At the time passed, as the people get educated, they come to know that this is not good. So, they take a voice against that evils such as Bal Vivah, Sati Pratha, and these evils get out of our culture. So, it helps in development of culture. Moving cultural lag. Now, what is cultural lag? Cultural lag is the difference between material and non-material culture. As we know that material culture is all things of comfort and welfare, and non-material culture include all beliefs, morals, values of life. So in today's time, people are very attracting towards some material culture. They do not give values towards non-material culture. So there is a deep gap between material and non-material culture. School is the only way by which we can remove this gap. So this was all about culture and knowledge.